Hello everyone, this is Rowan from TCB. Today we're going to be talking about properly using uncloaked scouts to assist in navigation during fleet ops. This is mostly going to cover events when you're on towers and you're uncontested. These techniques are not quite as effective in the middle of all-out SOV warfare. Even still, it will help with the quality of life during normal fleet ops. This material is intended to be used by Eden and TCB, but can definitely apply to anybody else using scouts in the same way. So here you can see in space, it's going to be simple for me as it's just only me and myself and I here. Now normally you will have about 70 to 80 ships on top of this. It's going to make it a little bit more complicated. So I'm going to show you two different ways of doing this. The first is going to be the long click in space method. That's going to be the simplest. And the second one we're going to cover is the sort. So the long click in space, you just long click over the ship you want, it brings up the reticle, select it, and you can begin your warp. Pretty straightforward, works easily, especially when your scouts are in positions such as up and down, which I know is relative in space. The second is the filter option. When you have 100 allied ships, and you can't select in space, simply select frigates. On the most part, during tower destruction ops, you're not going to have a whole bunch of frigates there, so this should narrow your list down to about 3-4 ships, and most of them will be the scouts at range. And once again, this really only applies if your scouts are decloaked and everything is relatively calm. You can use these same methods, the long click in space, during a large fleet op to select ships that are at the warp point, and you can get in that way. Well, that's about all we have for today's video. If you have any questions, throw them in the comments. Thank you.
At target location.